Hello, friends. Happy Sunday. It's just flying by, isn't it? It's already, here we are in May, which is incredible. Tomorrow's already May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Um, anyway, today is the 3rd, and just had a lot on my mind after these last few days. So much happening, and, bringing up so much passion and emotions and thoughts for so many people. And, it's just been interesting walking through that and just being conscious of the different feelings and thoughts that are passing by, and just thought, I wanted to some I guess guidance was coming to me in different messages, and I wanted to share that, and because kind of share a little bit about my experience and then what I came to. Maybe it'll help some of you out there too, because I know there's just a lot of opinions and passion being shared, and we don't always agree. And and then I'm finding out people I thought I didn't agree or wasn't on the same board with it were on the same board on part of it, and it's just really interesting time. But so the other day I ended up getting really passionate about some of the things I was getting, and had some feelings struck me that I felt really almost like this nudge from the universe that came in. It was almost like a kind of a wake-up call. Well, not even a wake-up call, but like something that said, a trigger that says, you need to start sharing this, you need to start doing this, you need to step it up or do something. And obviously a lot of other people felt the same thing, because I started seeing things coming out like crazy, like very passionately from everybody. And so when I got so excited to share some of these things and share this information and data, and then thought I was detached from the outcome and expectation to, I guess, outcome. And then when I started having some responses that hit me a little hard, there's a lot of energy. I felt like there's a lot of heavy energy that was coming my way by what I was sharing. And then it just, kind of struck me a little bit. And I was like, wow. I started thinking about all these four forerunner thinkers, these visionaries, which I've always considered myself a visionary too. For those of you that know me, always shared things that got me labels of sometimes people thinking I was crazy or just didn't know what I was talking about, or naive or whatever. And that's okay, because I knew I was guided to stuff ahead of time, or for whatever reason. That was part of my role. But I thought about some of these people who play bigger roles in our society, and I was thinking, wow, like the strength that they have to put themselves out there like that and just take on sometimes so much heaviness from other people, and judgment, and just threats, and I mean it goes pretty deep sometimes. And I thought, wow, I just send you all such gratitude, because whether I agree with you or not, like, it takes a lot to play those roles. And I had to look at it and think to myself, like, is this something that feels good to me? Is this my role? And so I've been praying about it. It's like, what is my role in all of this? How I know all of this stuff, and I feel passionate about it, and I want to help in moving the world in our direction that I would like to see for myself and my family, my children and their children. But how do I do that? Like, is it like this? Is it just sharing and putting myself out there that way? Or is it, is it marching? Is it, what is it, And so I took a couple days and just was asking about that and feeling different things out. And finally, what I, got was, through my meditation, it's like sharing what I've always been sharing. And what came to me was everything that I've always shared was always about loving ourselves and raising our vibration. And what I got was that helps no matter what we believe, no matter what storyline you're taking on or you're buying into. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people are saying, even those of us who feel like we know a different truth of what's going on in the world right now, we don't know exactly to what extent, what's fully true. I mean, we know what we believe, we know what the information is showing, what the papers, what the people have been sharing, and but sometimes, like, there's things everywhere, like, that it's again people's stories and parts of stories, and it just gets really, right now it's a really confusing time, and stories are getting mixed up a little bit here and there. And so what came back to me was, no matter what is happening, if we're raising our vibrations and we're doing what we can to be good, loving, compassionate people, where we're able to accept each other no matter what we believe, that we're able to love ourselves through our shadows, face and embrace our shadows, love ourselves, take good care of ourselves, love ourselves enough to learn what it means to take care of ourselves, figure out our boundaries, and just live from that space, follow our heart, come back to our heart, where we figure out how do we live in a world where we can do what feels good to us, what is our role, what is our passion, how can we bring that into our lives and play the role that we're here to play, and then interact with the other people in a loving, compassionate way, creating a beautiful community, and then just keep seeing that, that ripple spread. And it does spread when we work on ourselves. And so it gave me a lot of hope and inspiration coming back to remembering that's my truth and that's my role. And so I'll continue to share, like I do, all the things that show up that I love or that I believe in, or that like maybe I believe in part of it, or it's just information that even if I might not believe in, I feel like needs to get out there or shared, I'm going to do that. But at the same time, my focus is going to be on raising the vibration, loving the self, coming back to our heart, coming back to being just a loving, compassionate person, and holding space for each other, helping in whatever way I can that feels good, that also brings joy. Because if we're doing something, we're spreading something out in the world, because everyone's going to be guided to do it a little bit differently. And if we're trying to do it like somebody else is, that might not match our vibration. And if it brings you more stress, then it's not going to be something you're going to be able to continue, and you're going to end up hurting yourself more. So I think it's a really good time for all of us to look within again, always, right? I feel like that's just an ongoing thing, but to look within and find out what is it for me? What role am I here to play at this time? Is it just being home and loving my family and supporting my children growing up? Is it, helping people medically or spiritually, or is it building something? Are you, or helping defend people? I mean, there's so many different ways, and none of them are right or wrong. Every single role, I feel like every single role is so needed. It's like it takes every piece of the puzzle to build the whole puzzle, and each one of us is a different piece. And so I feel like I just wanted to send out this message to inspire everybody to take some time, to feel in yourself and follow your guidance, your heart, to what your role is, and sometimes we have to explore it a little bit. Sometimes we have to try out different parts, and maybe you're attracted to somebody else's role, and so you try it out to see if that fits for you. But if it doesn't fit, it's okay to let it go, and it's okay to come back to what you're supposed to do. And sometimes people are telling us, oh, you need to do this, you need to stand up, you need to do, and the thing is you only need to do that if that's what your heart is telling you to do. You've got to find it, because as much as we need people to do that, we need people to hold space too. We need people to love our families. We need people to help, help people that are in need of whatever it is: food, shelter, emotional support, spiritual support. And so these are things that we can do. That's the wind hitting in here. Anyway, winds of change, right? I just wanted to really share that today, and just again, I feel so much better today, and I'm so grateful to just come back, into my space. And I'm grateful for those experiences that I had, and for everybody who shared, because that all helps too. And it doesn't change what I believe or what I know to be true for myself, but it helped me get in alignment with what I'm here to share. and that is love and compassion and holding space for everybody being who they are here to be. And I think that's beautiful, and I think it's important that we are all different, and that we are safe and feel that safety to share and express our unique color, our unique selves with the world. And that's part of the new foundation, where we're holding space for each other to do that. And I'm also excited and looking forward to a world that comes back to being good to each other and helping each other, and just spreading that more and more, and Anyway, I just love you all so much, and I'm excited for the changes that we're walking through, and for just whatever occurs. It's just such a unique time on this planet, and I'm so grateful that I got to be here to walk through this with all of you, and I can't wait just to see how it all unfolds. Anyway, much love to you today, and big hugs as always, and we'll chat again soon.